A very good afternoon and evening to everybody. So just going to take a recap of what's happened today so far. And in terms of pre-US market open, it was pretty busy. So we saw the likes of Morgan Stanley and Bank of America reporting, as well as several others, most of them beating on expectations. But despite this, we saw quite a bit of selling pressure in terms of US equity futures and also heading into the Wall Street Open. And that partly on the back of market talk of a French downgrade for their sovereign rating. It is worth of note, however, that French presidential candidate Hollande did say a few days ago that a rating agency, namely Moody's, would downgrade the French sovereign rating on May the 12th. And also we saw an analyst piece out of Citigroup saying they expect France, along with other sovereigns, to be downgraded in November. So the rumour mill churning that up slightly, bringing it back into the frame and causing some uncertainty and unnerving the market somewhat. Now, in terms of other things that happened, we had a bit of data out of the US. So we had the Philly Fed number. That did miss expectations of 12, coming in at 8.5. And we also saw the initial jobless claims, which came in higher than expected, was forecast for 370, came in at 386. And this is the highest reading we've had this year, so not great employment numbers out of the US. Since then, we've had the 5-year TIPS auction, so that showed a slightly weaker bid the cover than previous. And it also had the lowest record yield. That came in at minus 1.08. Now, in terms of the rest of the session, it has been pretty quiet. So looking ahead, we've got the IMF meeting tomorrow. So that's the G20 meeting in Washington, where they're looking to boost the resources of the IMF to around $400 billion. We've already seen the likes of Japan, Denmark, Sweden, Norway already commit some funds to that, but they're hoping to boost that further. But in terms of data tomorrow, it is pretty quiet. Now, that's enough from me for the time being. We'll have another update for you tomorrow morning. But in the meantime, have an enjoyable session.